Hi, I'm with Badger Basket, here to go through the assembly instructions for the Reversible Double Doll Pram. Before we get started, make sure you look at everything included. If you're missing any pieces or have any damaged parts, please contact Badger Basket as shown in the end of the instructional video. Let's get started. For steps 1, you will need part A, the stroller frame. For this step, we're going to be unfolding the stroller frame. So what you're going to do is put your hand on the handle here, and your other hand will go here, and you're going to pull apart to start to unfold the stroller. You're going to see this metal lock here. This will first go over this plastic piece here, which is going to serve as a safety feature to keep the stroller from ever folding in on itself. Then this plastic buckle is what needs to go on there. So what we're going to do is keep folding and keep going, and these should snap down. So now at this point you shouldn't be able to refold the stroller back up. For step 2, you will need part B, the long rear axle. You will need 2 of part C's, which are the large wheels. You will need part D, the axle retainer clip, and part E's, the hubcaps. So what we're going to be doing is putting on the rear wheels to the stroller. When looking at the stroller, the side that you see the footrest will be the front. We're going to look at the back here, where you'll see the metal frame will have a hole on each side at the base. This is where I'm going to thread the axle through to both sides. But first I'm going to kind of show you how the wheels go on so you understand. When looking at the wheels, this side here is what the axle is going to go through. When looking at this side of the wheel, this is going to be facing towards the outside. So we'll thread the axle through this direction here. So this side is facing outward. Next, what we're going to be doing is putting on a retainer clip. So this little plastic piece, you'll notice one side is larger than the other side. You want the larger side to go in towards the wheel. The smaller of the circles will be facing outward. This is really important because once it goes on, if you try to take it off to switch it, it could break. So just be very careful with it. Just make sure you put it on the correct way. So have the larger circle facing in towards the wheel and put that onto place. Now this is going to sit right on that groove on the end, which is what's going to hold the wheel. So now if I push the wheel all the way to the end like this, the wheel shouldn't come off. Last, what I'm going to do is put the hubcap on, which will clip right into this center piece so that it hides this retainer clip. So I'm just going to snap into place like that. So what I'll do now is I'm just going to thread this through the metal frame in the back, through both of those holes on both sides. I'll turn this stroller around here so you can see it one more time. Again, we're going to put the wheel on with this part going inward, like this. Next, we're going to put that retainer clip. Remember, the large side goes inward, smaller piece facing outward. Clip that into place. Put that hubcap on here as well. So that snaps inward, and you are all set. For step 3 and step 4, you will need 2 of part F, which are the short front axles. You will need 4 of part G's, which are the small wheels. You will need 4 of part E, which are the hubcaps, and 2 of part D, which are the axle retainer clips. So what we're going to be doing next is putting the front wheels onto the stroller. So in order to do so, we're going to start with one of the smaller wheels. When looking at the wheel, again, this goes to the outside. This is the inside where the axle will come off from. You're going to take these small front axles, and you're going to see one side kind of has a larger end. This is the end that is going to go through the outside so that it's held into place like so. So when looking at the other side, you have the axle. Now in the stroller on the front, you're going to see these front 2 pieces that swivel. These are where the wheels are going to be coming off from. This hole right here is where the axle is going to be going through. So I'm going to insert this axle through here. I'm going to grab another small wheel, and this time we're going to be putting the axle through this direction so that when it comes out the other side, we can see the axle where we can put that retainer clip into place. Now for this part, don't put the hubcap on, because what you want to do is make sure you hold the axle in so that it shows through on the other side so you're able to put the retainer clip in. And again, make sure you put the larger side of the retainer clip inward and having the smaller side of that retainer clip facing outward. So I'm going to hold from the other side on that small axle while pushing that retainer clip in until it snaps into place. Then we can go ahead and put both of the hubcaps on. So we'll put those into place like so. And then we're going to repeat the same thing on this side. So we'll grab a wheel here, put that axle through so it stops here. Put this through that hole up at the front here, the other side of the wheel. Put on the other wheel, again this side going in towards the axle. Hold that axle from the other side. Put on that retainer clip, the large piece going inward. Clip it into place and then put in the other hubcaps. Like so. For steps 5 through 7, you will need 2 of the seats, which are part H, and the stroller that we've assembled thus far. So for this step, what we're going to be doing is putting the seats onto the already assembled stroller. When looking at the stroller, you're going to see these 2 back bars here. This is where the back seat is going to click into. When looking at the back bars, there's these buttons here on the inside of each one that you can push on both sides at the same time to adjust it. So for this assembly though, I'm going to have it pointed straight up so that it's easier to put the seat into place. I'm also going to move this handlebar out of the way. By doing so, just push on the buttons on both sides and rotate it upward, like so. So now when looking at the seat, you can unfold this front bar here. This is where the bottom is. The top is the part that has the canopy. So when looking at the back, you can see these clips here. These are what are going to go into these metal bars to hold these seats into place. So you can spin these to have them point however you want. And then for this assembly, you can either have the seats facing forward or you can have both seats facing backwards. If at any point you want to change between forward facing and rear facing, please have an adult take them out and reverse them for you. So I'm going to show you just by having them forward facing. These side clips here are going to go into this metal bar here in the back. So what you're going to do is have this plastic piece here kind of go over this insert. Just like so, and you're going to slide it down. Now what you're going to have to do that on the other side at the same time. So you'll need to have these plastic pieces kind of pointing in the same direction so that you can get them both down at the same time. Now firmly push down until it slides down into place. And then do the same on the other side. Like so. So when looking at both sides, this plastic piece should be all the way down. And then you can kind of tilt the seat as you please. And then remember, by pushing in those back buttons back here, you can also tilt the seat as you please. So now we're going to do the same thing to the front seat. So again, you can pull out this bar so you know where the bottom is and the top of the seat. And then again, those plastic pieces, have them pointing in the same direction. And then we're going to insert these plastic pieces onto these metal bars and push firmly down into place. Like so. Then you can tilt the seats and lay them back as you would like. And lastly, for comfort, you can adjust this handle per your height measurement. If you push on this button and one on the other side at the same time, you can adjust this handle height where you like. Also, for safety measures, make sure that this metal piece is below this pink rim here so that the stroller cannot fold up on itself. So now to fold up the stroller, these metal bars that I've shown you before, you have to hold up and lift up this pink piece here so that it unhooks from this base here. You're going to do that on both sides and start to fold the stroller down. Now make sure that this metal piece is above here so that it can properly fold down all the way. Now once it starts to fold down, the best thing to do is to make sure that these wheels are turned sideways so that it can kind of flatten out itself. Then you can flatten out these seats as well, folding down the armrest, the top. Again, you can put these bars wherever you would like by pushing the inside buttons both at the same time and lay it back. And flatten out this one as well. And it's more compact, easy to take with you to go. And that concludes the assembly instructions for the Reversible Double Doll Pram. Remember, if you have any questions or concerns, to contact Badger Basket as shown in the next clip. Badger Basket thanks you for watching and enjoy.